special guest. It'll be a treat, a real treat. He has performed all over the world. He's a professional speaker, a husband, a father, and a cancer survivor. So please help me welcome John Tyler.
Hello, everybody! I don't need a microphone. I just need to say, I feel so blessed to be here right now. But let me give you just a little bit more of the story. When I was 6 years old, I got a magic kit for Christmas, and I was going to become the next Doug Henning. And the last trick that you did with this little magic kit was you poured milk into a hat, put it on your head, and the milk disappeared. Poured the milk in the hat and drenched my PJs in front of my whole family. Hence began my career as a comedy magician. When I was 17, my father passed away from colon rectal cancer, a disease I didn't know anything about. And when my dad was 2, they were building a house and his mother got struck by lightning while they were building the house. His dad gave the boys up for adoption, so I never got to meet my grandparents, my grandfather, so I didn't know the family history. And I didn't know much about what my dad died of. He was only 43 years old. When I was 41, me and my wife went in to see the doctor and got a colonoscopy, and they told me I had stage 3 colon rectal cancer. They looked at my dad's records and they said, you got about a 20% chance of living to the next year. So I went home, me and my wife cried, then I went and got a second opinion. And I said, God, I'm kind of young and I got a lot to do down here. And he told me, said, John, I've given you a really bright light and you're kind of holding it down and you're not letting it shine. So if that's the way it's going to be, you got to come home. Take your light up to the top of the mountain and light up all the villages, and I'll let you stay. So, not this last January, but the January before, we went into the doctor's office, and the doctor said, we've done every test we can on you. You have cancer no more. It's gone. And we don't even need to make another appointment with you. Have a nice life. So I've been cancer-free and pain-free for about 1.5 years. And all I got to say to that is, yes! So what I'm going to talk to you today about is the fact on impossibilities. Nothing is impossible. I'm going to hypnotize the whole crowd right now. You are all going to remove the word impossible from your vocabulary. It's not going to exist after today.
Today, for entertainment, the entertainer about to take stage has performed worldwide and will amaze you. He is a professional public speaker, a magician, a father, a husband, and a cancer survivor. Please help me welcome to the stage magician John Tyler.
And I'm going to take a word that you've used your whole life and take it completely out of your vocabulary. In fact, I'm going to use an example. I'm going to need an example. My dear, could you come help me? Oh, come on. Right up over here. You two, don't laugh. You two. And now you're laughing too, all 3 of you. Let's go. Up here, up here, up here. Let's give them a big round of applause. Right here. Perfect. All right. From this point on, you now are going to remove the word impossible from your vocabulary. You don't like card tricks? Yeah! That's too bad, because I'm going to use ropes. This, my friend, is my example rope. This one's called the big rope. This one's called the bigger rope. And this one is called the biggest rope. What I'd like for you to do is to take the ropes and please just completely stretch the ropes out. Just pulling on the ends and stretching the ropes out until they completely ropes out. Is that word impossible creeping back into your vocabulary? Are you telling me the ropes don't stretch? And you're saying it's impossible? I think maybe I brought the wrong ropes. Let me see. We've got the biggest rope, and then we have the big rope, and then we have the bigger rope. 3 clearly different size ropes. And you're telling me they don't stretch. A big one, a bigger one, and a biggest one. And they don't stretch. What I'm trying to tell you is that nothing is impossible, because it sure looks to me like the ropes do stretch. So that the big one becomes the same size as the bigger one, which is the same size as the biggest one. This might be just the word impossible is leaving your vocabulary, correct? The one thing to remember if you're only using one piece of rope is if you tie it back together, you got to make sure the ends don't ever come off. It really isn't funny. What are you laughing at? That wasn't supposed to be. He's really watching the ends of the rope, aren't you? Okay, because the ends of the rope is where all the magic's happening, but it's not always the ends of the rope you got to watch. Sometimes it's the middle of the rope. That just drives me nuts. But he's really watching the ends of the rope, aren't you? Okay, because the ends of the rope is where all the magic's happening, but it's not always the ends of the rope you got to watch. Sometimes it's the middle of the rope. That just drives me nuts. 3 pieces of rope. We had a big rope, we had the bigger rope, and then we had the biggest rope. Isn't that right? Could you hold this one, my dear? And this one's for you. Go ahead and grab that one, sir. Kind of give it a yank and pull it up into the air so everybody gets their rope. Let's give a big round of applause. It's a regular spoon. I don't know how this happened, but this just happens. What I do is I just put it in my hand. Somehow, just watch. The weirdest thing starts to happen. That's a nice little good spoon. That's not a big spoon. Way to go, sir. I'm trying to help you. One more try. Here it comes. Ready? Here it is. Ready? I'm such a cheater. Here, you hold this one. Hold it just like this. Okay, you're giving away a Volvo, not a Yaris, okay? Hold it like this. Okay, I'm going to take my ball and keep it from hitting it by putting it right here in the palm of my hand. I want you to hold this ball in your hand really tight. Now watch my ball.
Really hard thing.
As a souvenir, you get to keep those. Psych, I'm not giving you my stuff.